you put this all in a blender, and you can actually have one output, which is like this is why the world still runs on Windows.
Yeah.
Okay, the Chromebooks, they're great. Don't get me wrong. I love a Chromebook because you can take it, smash it into 1,000 bits, and it's only $100.
Yeah.
And it's great for students who have low fidelity needs and some high fidelity ish things that run in browsers.
Sure.
But for apps like Windows apps and video editing, I'm sure somebody's going to say like, Jeremy, you don't know what you're talking about. There's a killer video editing app in Chromebook
I have yet to
land.
find it.
I'm sure there is. Let's pretend that there is. I'm sure there is. I just don't know it. But for me, I'm constantly editing videos. I'm doing simulations, so I need like a VMware. I need Camtasia. I need like these high fidelity apps that really need real Windows to do it. And I think that's why the world runs on Windows still, as opposed to these medium or low fidelity Chromebooks. And again, I'm not knocking Chromebooks. I think they're freaking great for what they provide. The price performance ratio and the amount of stuff you can get out of it, holy mackerel. And I think iPads are like this middle fidelity thing.
Yeah.
You can get kids. I saw this baby at the airport with just a phone, a baby just doing her thing, man.
Yeah.
There's something to be said about ease of use on that, but when it comes to real business still runs on Windows, and I think it's because of these high fidelity apps that are like the whiteboard, like a Camtasia, like this voice recorder thing we're doing here. All these things that actually, get Teams, all these things that get the job done. Teams is a reasonable example of something that is medium or low fidelity on a web browser, and it's very high fidelity when it's in a real app, no matter what that app is. So anyway.
Well, I'd say this is the same thing for so my daughter has a Chromebook, right? And she's 9 years old. She's really pretty tech savvy. She knows her way around it. But if I'm downstairs and I don't need to create content, I'm just consuming content.
Oh
or
yeah,
I'm,
man. That's how I do it.
I pop open the Chromebook. You open. There's a Teams app on the Chromebook, right, where it's really just kind of Office 365.
Sure.
So I'm great at reading emails on there or responding to Teams messages. But if I need to do something a little bit hardier, like I need to create a new Word doc, or I need to attach an email, or find an attachment on OneDrive, okay, at that point I need to go back to the high fidelity Windows experience.
That's it.
More so than
I
so
wouldn't want to be
editing.
I wouldn't want to be editing a legal document with markup on an iPad, and that's an exercise in frustration. This is not my analogy yet, so I'm completely stealing this from somebody else.
Good.
But remember, the Swiffer? Where the Swiffer is? Okay, so the iPad is the Swiffer of the computing world. Oh, you have one. All right. So, what does that mean? It means you use a mop for hardcore things, and you use a little dustbin for low things. The iPad fit right into the Swiffer category of this middle thing we didn't even know we needed, and that's exactly what I have a Swiffer. I didn't know I needed one. It came out, I was like, holy cow.
Yeah.
Same idea, but it doesn't replace my mop for hardcore tasks.
Yeah.
And Swiffer has its own attachments and apps and so on, and so does an iPad.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's not the perfect analogy, but I really like that one because it's it fit this thing, this middle thing between my phone for low tasks or and my computer for high tasks.
Rimo3 offers automated pre-deployment testing of Windows applications, OS updates, and security patches. Use unattended automation to test and assess application readiness for Windows 10, Windows 11, Windows 365, Azure Virtual Desktop, as well as identifying MSIX and multi-session suitability. Your apps, your workspace, our priority.